Hello everyone, so today we will be learning how to create a valid argument. This will be perfect for any philosophy, logic, or even English class. Okay, so moving into step 1, state what you want to prove. This will be called our conclusion. Your conclusion is going to best describe the point you are trying to argue. So for example, ice cream is the best dessert. So if you're going to be trying to prove that ice cream is the best dessert, that will be your conclusion in your argument. So everything will lead back to you proving ice cream is the best dessert. And we're going to label that conclusion with a C for conclusion. Okay, so moving into step 2 of creating a valid argument, give reasons or premises to support the conclusion. So when looking here at this chart, in the middle, we are going to put our conclusion. And if you remember, that is ice cream is the best dessert. So we're just going to do ice cream equals best dessert. And that is going to be our C, or our conclusion. Put that in the center because everything else is going to be based off proving ice cream is the best dessert. So when you're moving into these side bubbles, right here we want to put our supporting evidence, which will be called our premises. So we're going to label that with a P for premises. And our premises will be things that we believe to be true that support the fact that ice cream is the best dessert. So here I'm going to put many flavors because ice cream has many flavors to choose from, making it the best dessert. And then over here, I'm going to put cold and refreshing, which are also premises that support why ice cream is the best dessert. Now you can go ahead and fill out all these bubbles, but only pick your best 2 supporting reasons or premises in supporting the conclusion that ice cream is the best dessert. So moving into step 3, make sure reasons lead to a conclusion. Your reasons, or also known as premises, should make the conclusion valid if the premises themselves are true. For example, premises 1 ice cream comes in many flavors. Plus premises 2, which is cold and refreshing. Should lead to, which we will represent with this arrow, our conclusion, which is ice cream equals best. So from what we're looking at here, premises 1, ice cream comes in many flavors. We know that to be true. We can list off a couple: strawberry, chocolate, vanilla, banana, raspberry, many more to go on. So from our experience and what we have noticed through past patterns, we know that ice cream comes in many flavors. It doesn't just come in one single flavor. So we can go ahead and put a T for true. And then moving on to premises 2, cold and refreshing. In our experiences in the past, ice cream is served cold, hence ice, unless maybe you had a time where the ice cream was melted, but as far as we know, based off what we do know, ice cream is cold and refreshing. So we are going to put a T for true. And based off that, so if premise 1 and premise 2 is true, therefore, our conclusion must also be valid or true. So we're going to put another T. So step 4 is going to come pretty naturally, and it's going to be just write it out. So we have our premises 1, our premises 2, and then we have our conclusion. But you may wonder, how do I turn what I have into a valid argument? So turning it into a valid argument is pretty simple, but we will work through this together just to make sure that everyone is on the same page. So I already wrote out our premises for us. Ice cream comes in many flavors. Ice cream is cold and refreshing. In conclusion, ice cream is the best dessert. So let's make this into an argument. Ice cream comes in many flavors. Ice cream is cold and refreshing. And so this is the only key element that is going to tie the premises to the conclusion, and that will be the word therefore. This word is very important in identifying and separating the conclusion from the premises. So therefore, ice cream is the best dessert. And that's it. So we have our argument. Ice cream comes in many flavors. Ice cream is cold and refreshing. Therefore, ice cream is the best dessert. So again, I just wanted to highlight the importance of the word therefore in tying together the conclusion and the premises. So I'm going to underline therefore and just put this in your notes and in your brain that therefore is a key element in our C, which stands for conclusion. Some stars around that because it is very important and we need to have that word therefore right before our conclusion. So our final step in creating a valid argument is going to be check validity. So I went ahead and wrote out our argument for us. Ice cream comes in many flavors. Ice cream is cold and refreshing. Therefore, ice cream is the best dessert. So these premises provide reasoning on why ice cream could be the best dessert. Premises 1 says it comes in many flavors, which could be a great reason if somebody's looking for variety in their dessert. And premises 2 says that it's cold and refreshing, which are reasons that somebody could consider ice cream to be the best dessert. So the reasoning is there because the many flavors, because it is cold and refreshing, therefore ice cream could be the best dessert. It is the best dessert. So we're going to check off our reasoning. And then another criteria is, does the conclusion logically follow what the premises have supported? So because it comes in many flavors and is cold and refreshing, therefore, like we said before, somebody could consider ice cream to be the best dessert. So ice cream is the best dessert to that person. So it does logically follow. Lastly, it's important to remember that valid does not equal true for all. So while this argument is valid and the conclusion is valid, ice cream is the best dessert, this might not be true for everybody. Somebody might think cake is the best dessert or cookies, but for this person, they have set up their argument in a way that makes it completely valid based on the premises and the conclusion, that ice cream is the best dessert. But again, valid does not equal true for all. So that's it, everyone. Congratulations. You can now write a valid argument.